Hey guys, I've been using these Vaude bike bags on my trip in Italy and Austria. You might have seen the vlogs. We had a lot of very hot weather, 38, 42 degrees Celsius, but also some heavy rain, thunderstorms, crazy stuff. So it's almost like someone gave us all these conditions, the perfect conditions to fully test these bike bags. You might not know these. They're actually pretty new. Vaude have been making cycling bags for quite a while. But these ones are a bit lighter and a little bit smaller than their other touring bike bags. When I mean the other touring bike bags, I'm talking about, when you go on long cycling trips, bring all your camping gear, your tent, your sleeping mattress. Then you can have 2 bags in the back and 2 in the front, so you have 4 in total. And you basically can bring your whole house. Well, kind of. I know that in some countries cyclists prefer to travel lighter, but in my country, Netherlands, people love to bring a lot of stuff, to still have a little bit luxury when you're cycling. So these are kind of in between the bike packing. That's like traveling really light with just a few little bike bags that you can attach to the frame, really, really light, and those bike bags for the more heavy touring. Well, heavy touring, I mean heavy, like heavy and heavyweight touring. Good thing is that these ones are just above 1 kilo. That's for the one in the back. The other ones, the little bit heavier, well, a little bit, they're like 2 kilos, so it's already half of the weight. Other thing is that they're a bit smaller. Back ones are 38 liters, but the other ones, the normal Vaude bike bags, are 48, so that's a difference of 10 liters. And you can see that because these bags are not as deep. Like, this is a little bit like smaller. They're more like narrow, We've been testing them, and I have to be honest, we had to get used to them. It took around a week, but at the start it was like hard because it is a different kind of system. It was kind of hard to fit all the stuff in because it's a little bit smaller, but it was a bit like, when you're tasting a new candy and you're thinking like, oh, I don't like that taste. And then after a week you're like, this is actually pretty tasty. You have to get used to the taste. So what were the things we had to get used to? Well, because it's a little bit, like I said, a little bit smaller, it's also, because this is a bit thinner, it's a little bit harder to put bulky items in it. We bring bulky items like a frying pan and pots, things that not every cyclist is bringing, plates, things like that. Cups, mugs, so things like that are like a tiny bit harder to put that in. But then when we get used to packing it, it was easier. And first I didn't really get these straps. That's something, when you pack every day, after a week you're used to it. If you don't fully fill your bag, you tighten this, and in that way everything is nice and comfy together instead of like going through the whole bag. So like you don't have a mug that's like going up and down and you hear all the time. So that's really good. And you can also attach something to it. Like if you want to dry your towel, you can put it there as well. Like I said, we bring a lot of stuff. So I was using an Ortlieb setup, the traditional one, like Vaude has same idea. Also, like I said, the touring bike bags, and then Virgil had these. So we did notice we had a little bit less space, but he put his tent on the back bike rack, and then it was all okay. If you don't bring as much gear and stuff that we bring when you're cycling, just with 2 people, it's perfectly fine, I think, to use this. There may be a little bit less strong if you go on like pretty extreme cycling. It might get damaged a bit quicker, although we didn't. Like we ended up sometimes on trails that were not trails, cycling through like plants with big thorns, and they're still good. They're still waterproof because the rain was the last day. So they didn't get damaged. The only thing is that, yeah, if they get dirty, it's hard to clean them. As you can see, maybe there's already black stuff on it. I cycle with a bicycle with a belt. Virgil has a chain, which means you have some black dirty stuff sometimes. And well, I love the color, the light green, but it also means it gets a little bit dirty earlier. And while the other bags, they have kind of this shining material and you can really easily clean this. These, yeah, you might see some stains after a while, although they also have the black ones, but I like the green, they're pretty funky. But yeah, that's the only thing, you know, if you get dirty and you do, then yeah, but what does it actually matter? Because you're going to get dirty anyway, and after a while you don't see the marks anymore. And as you can see, they also have some like reflection things here. Not as much as, well, here, see, and here. It's still really visible. Then this system, yeah, perfect. I mean, a lot of bike bags now come with really good systems. In here you have different fittings. So if your bike rack is thicker or thinner, you can put different fittings in it. You put it on the bike bag, and then this locks. And then when you want to, like that, see, and then when you want to take them off, you just pull this and they open. It's a bit hard to do it now because, you know, like this. It's easier when you're standing above it and you do it. But that's really smooth. What I really like is this system. It's very, very easy to untie it and move it to the right position. I've been using Ortlieb bags and they're also really good, but they I thought they were a little bit harder to move. Then another thing that I didn't know, but Vaude is really working hard on being more environmentally friendly. They have a green label, the green shape label, and they're a member of the Fair Wear Foundation. They use sustainable materials, and also that they're working hard on getting better conditions for people working in factories. We all know the stories that a lot of our projects, of our clothes, they're made in Asian countries. People work in really horrible factories, don't get treated well, don't get paid well. And well, this organization, this foundation tries to make the conditions better. They're also carbon neutral. That means that all emissions from materials, the manufacturing process and the shipping have been systematically reduced and fully compensated. And yes, I just read that here from their website. So just to be sure that I say it totally perfect. And their production is entirely PVC free. So that's good. So would I recommend using these bags? Yeah, that's probably what you want to know. Now, I think it really depends on what kind of cycling you're going to do, what kind of traveling. If it's very important for you to like have a few kilos less, you don't want to bring too much stuff. I mean, you bring enough your camping gear, but not too many bulky items like frying pans and stuff, then I think these are totally perfect. But if you are, I don't know, like me bringing, well, not my whole house, but at least a whole room on my bike bag, then maybe the other ones, yeah, would go for that, because you can just, it's a little bit easier to store all your stuff in it and like get as much stuff in this, and with this, you know, it's that's a little bit harder. But then again, if you want to go lighter, then I think they're really, really, really good bags to have, and they're also pretty funky. That's also important. They also come in black if you don't want to be funky, but I actually chose these because of the funky color. I hope this review helps for you. If you have any questions, you can just, you know, put them here below and I will answer them. If I can't answer them, I will, you know, ask Vaude if they can answer them. No, I don't get paid for Vaude, but I was able to use these products to review them. Well, I tried out more gear when we were cycling in Italy and Austria, and I'm always trying out gear of different brands. That's why I would love to make more of these review videos, Please let me know if you like it. So yes, you can put a thumb up. If you're missing anything, let me know as well. Just put it down in the comments, and that's great, you know, because if you have more questions, if you're missing something, I would love to hear it. And then the next time I can maybe do it a little bit different way. So more videos will come. Again, if you liked it, put a thumb up. You can subscribe below, and see you next time. Bye.